Matter of fact, let's talk about that young bull who's the rookie of the year. Some people might say Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers, he had a great season. But the rookie of the year is
Brock
Jaden
Bowers
Daniels.
with that team, they won 4 games.
The second half was completely dominated by the Washington Commanders. Completely.
He's the only quarterback in the last 30 years to go 5 for 5 or better with no sacks and 40 or more rushing yards on a single drive. He did it in overtime last night.
Welcome on in, Commanders fans. This is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a great one. I want to talk about, of course, the big overtime win. You guys were able to beat, right, the Atlanta Falcons 30-24 on a late game. Jaden Daniels, Zach Ertz hookup, absolutely beautiful. Before we actually get into the breakdown of the game, I want to do something a little bit different. And the reason why I want to do this different is because I want to thank the Washington Commanders, not just, I guess, the team, but also the fan base. It's a simple fact of this, of like, guys, and I'm really not trying to be hyperbolic. You guys are giving me this season, like it's giving me the same hope of when the Bengals went to the Super Bowl in 2020. No one counted them in. A lot of people counted them out. They were a late game rush. You guys have been fantastic all season. They were young. They had you guys have a rookie quarterback, and the Bengals had a year 2 quarterback. But if you don't pair everything apples for apples, very young head coach, and Dan Quinn used to coach before, but still very early with Washington Commanders. There's so many similarities with the two teams, but I just think that the Washington Commanders are better fit for a Super Bowl approach than that 2020 Bengals team, because I believe that the Washington Commanders do have a legit defense. They have an actual awesome defense. The Bengals didn't. And so, real quick, just for football nerds, if you just love football, I believe that the Washington Commanders, what they're doing, and just to make that comparison again to that Bengals team, anyone and everyone that loves football, as long as the Washington Commanders is not playing their favorite team, you're going to have the NFL rooting for the Washington Commanders. And it's just because of y'all's games. You make them look so amazing, so highlight reel, so Jaden Daniels looks like he's about to get blown up by this linebacker, probably gets hit hard, or maybe he just runs right past him. But I guarantee you one thing, he's ready for the next play. And just certain things like that, his characteristics, his aura, he definitely has aura. He definitely seems always calm. When the Commanders are tied 24-24, you see no nerves, you see no issues with him the entire game. And this is just a testament to how great he is. I just want to talk real quick about what Jaden Daniels has done, the Rookie of the Year. We already put it in cement last week. He got it, Rookie of the Year. It is what it is. Jaden Daniels, 24 for 36, 227 yards, 3 touchdowns. Had that disgusting interception to Kaden Ellis. Kaden Ellis did do a great job of disguising, tricking the eyes of Jaden Daniels a little bit, was able to slip under that in route a little bit. 5 sacks, though. 5 sacks is where things get tough. 5 sacks is where you're going to create more problems than you need. This offensive line has got to get right. This offensive line has got to do better in that regard. Jaden Daniels, 16 carries, 127 yards on the ground. Offensive line did great when it came to rushing the ball, especially for Jaden. But Jaden does, freestyle, but there are a lot of great design runs. I am seeing, and I think, and I'm going to say this too, I'm going to say this, Cliff Kingsbury gets so much crap, so much disdain for Cliff Kingsbury in the NFL. I guess it's because he's young, he's a good-looking guy, and he's really cerebral, he's smart. But holy moly, has he not been in his bag? Wasn't there like some double fake QB run? Like he handed off twice, and then he had a beautiful convoy waiting for him to run it, the quarterback to run it, and Jaden Daniels. So I want to start there. The run-pass option also that he's able to correlate with, the way Jaden Daniels and Zacchaeus hooked up for that first touchdown. Like, I think Cliff Kingsbury needs to start getting his respect, as the top offensive coordinators in the National Football League, because why not? You have a young quarterback, a rookie quarterback, and we see how other rookie quarterbacks like Caleb, like Mr. Drake May, like they're not doing as great at all. Why is Jaden Daniels doing great? Like, he's at the number 2 overall pick. Like, how is, like, what are we doing? Like, what are we talking about here? And so I think Cliff needs to get more praise in his excellence within his offense of having a young quarterback doing great things, keeping him upright for the most part. And so I think that really needs to get its flowers a little bit more. You guys let me know if you agree in the comments. Mr. Zacchaeus, 8 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Zach Ertz with that big-time 37-yard long reception was able to also get into the end zone twice. with that game winner, beautiful game winner. And then defensively, Dorrance Armstrong, as well as Dante Fowler, getting to the quarterback. This is going to be a constant theme that I'm going to be sharing with you guys and spreading with you guys. The approach of playoffs, the best thing you do at playoffs, especially at the time in which you guys are at, the position in which you guys are at, is always continuing to get to the quarterback. It's going to be so vital, so important. Of course, also stopping the running game during playoffs is absolutely crucial as well. Now, there are some players that I really want to harp on and pinpoint and be like, hey, I really want to give this guy his flowers. And the first guy, it's going to be Jaden. You know, Jaden, I could do a whole video on Jaden Daniels, dude. I'm not even a fan. I could do a whole video on Jaden Daniels. I might do it. I've done it before, but I mean, it's hard to put into words, for me at least, how big, how massive of an impact Jaden Daniels has been for the Washington Commanders. Like, if we actually think about it, and we actually think about the award, most valuable player, most valuable player. All right. Like, if you actually remove Jaden Daniels, they are drafting for Shadur Sanders or Cam Ward in this upcoming draft. That's the 1 or 2 pick, right? That's what's happening. If you take away Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens, hey, they may not make playoffs, but I promise you they'll be 8-8 or something like that. Like, they'll have a good amount of wins. Like, we didn't understand the greatness of Jaden Daniels before he walked in the field as a Heisman winner, him being the number 2 pick, right? And so as that number 2 pick, he just walks into the Washington Commanders facilities. He's young, he's a good-looking kid, skinny kind of guy, but just a fighter. He's got the bling out, he's got the teeth shining, like everything just looks so freaking awesome about Jaden Daniels. And just to see him take control of this team, and you could see his teammates, you could see the camaraderie. Everyone knows who head honcho is, right? Everybody knows who the big baller is. It's this young rookie that all the way back from training camp when Jonathan freaking Allen, future, hopefully, I don't know if you guys have a ring of honor, but maybe he can get those honors, maybe not, I don't know, a legend within the Commanders fan base. I see this grown man getting on a pulpit talking about how the new rookie quarterback, Jaden Daniels, is in the building before him and leaves after him. We all saw the high praise during the training camp, OTAs, all that stuff. So we should not even be shocked. We should be shocked that it looks this easy. And guys, I'm not trying to be hyperbolic. I'm not trying to do too much whatsoever. But if I were a Cowboys fan, if I were an Eagles fan, if I were a New York Giants fan, I would not like Jaden Daniels. It makes a lot of sense, rival, whatever. But the reason why, even more so, like, I would hate it's because of how easy he makes it look. It's because of when he runs his top acceleration, he can get to it so fast. He has nice strides, and he's able to pick up easy first downs. He's able to run to the corner and avoid hits. These defensive guys want to hit him, and he's avoiding hits now. Very genius of him, very smart of him. And so we just see it right now in real time. We see right now in real time a young quarterback that is about to start getting a lot of praise and start getting a lot of admiration. I pray, I hope he does not let it get into his head, and we do not have him on multiple podcasts in the summer. You guys understand very much so who I'm referring to and what I'm talking about. I love that he might just be all about ball. He's a very marketable face. I just want him to stay away from the media, the world. I want him to focus on Jesus and football. That's all I want Jaden Daniels to work on right now, is Jesus and football. You guys let me know in the comments. You guys let me know what we should be looking for this last game of the season. Are we already got the playoff spot. Are we sitting, Jaden Daniels? Are we sitting the starters? Are we giving them some rest? Are we going in guns blazing? Doesn't matter. Pedal to the metal. Let's start this playoff race. You guys let me know in the comments, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.